Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're really unpacking Canada's social benefit landscape. It's complicated stuff.
It really is.
And we're focusing specifically on the Liberal Party's proposed expansions.
Right. What they're putting on the table.
Our mission really is just to get you up to speed on these, strategic changes.
See what they might mean for different Canadians.
Exactly. And just get a clearer view of this whole complex system. Okay, let's dig in.
Well, what's, fascinating is how Canada's system works. It's often called a liberal welfare state.
Okay, but not liberal in the party sense.
No, not political. It means it blends universal services like, healthcare for everyone.
Right.
With more selective, income-tested cash benefits, things you have to qualify for based on income.
Ah, okay, so it's targeted.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It follows this trend of selective social policy expansion. Think of the Canada Child Benefit.
Yeah, that's a good example. So it's built up piece by piece.
Kind of, yeah. And that leads to fragmentation.
Right, you mentioned it's complex. So we have federal things like old age security, CPP, and then provincial programs too, like Ontario Works or ODSP.
Exactly. They overlap, sometimes interact in confusing ways. It's a lot for people to navigate.
I can imagine. So how do these new liberal proposals fit into that picture? Are they trying to simplify it?
Well, not exactly a radical overhaul, no. It seems more like they're aiming for strategic enhancements within the existing structure.
Okay, working with the complexity rather than replacing it wholesale.
For now, it seems so.
So let's break down those enhancements. What about for persons with disabilities? There's talk about the Canada Disability Benefit, the CDB.
Yes, that's a key one. The proposal is to double the new CDD.
Double it. Wow. What would that mean in dollar terms?
It could mean up to an extra $2,400 a year. The stated goal is pretty direct. Lift recipients out of poverty.
That's a significant goal.
It is. And it connects to this idea, the social model of disability. It basically argues disability isn't just about a person's condition, but about societal barriers, physical, attitudinal, and financial.
So the money helps remove a major barrier.
Exactly. Financial barriers. Plus, they're also looking at simplifying the disability tax credit, the DTC.
Yeah.
Make it easier to access.
Okay, that makes sense. Removing barriers. What about seniors? Any targeted support there?
Yes. For low-income seniors, they're proposing a temporary 5% increase to the Guaranteed Income Supplement, the GIS.
GIS, okay. How much extra would that be?
Up to about $652 a year. The GIS is already known to be pretty effective at reducing poverty among seniors.
So this is building on something that works.
Seems to be the idea, just a targeted boost. And there's also a tweak for RRSPs, allowing people to hold on to their registered retirement savings plans until age 73 instead of 71 before converting them. A bit more flexibility.
Got it. Okay, shifting gears slightly, what about the workforce? Employment insurance, EI.
Right. EI modernization is on the table. Key proposals include a universal 360-hour qualification threshold.
Universal. So same hours needed across the board.
That's the idea. And a minimum weekly benefit of $450.
Okay.
Plus, something called a 1-month benefit guarantee.
What's that?
It aims to speed up getting your first payment after, a major life change like losing a job. Cut down on those stressful waiting periods.
Well, that sounds like a response to past criticisms about delays.
Very likely, yeah. Making the safety net more responsive.
And alongside workers, there's the care economy, a huge area. What's proposed there?
This is significant. They're talking about moving forward with a national caregiving strategy.
Okay, what would that involve?
Well, specifics include mandating a national standard for long-term care, 4 hours of regulated care per resident per day.
A national standard and pay.
Yes, a $25 per hour minimum wage for personal support workers, PSWs, and other long-term care staff.
That addresses some long-standing issues in that sector.
Definitely. Recognizing the value and difficulty of that work and the economic impact on caregivers.
So lots of targeted changes. But then there's the big one, the long-term vision. Guaranteed Livable Income, GLI.
Ah, yes, the GLI. This is potentially the most transformative piece.
It sounds like a fundamental shift. How would it work?
The proposal is to work with the provinces to implement it. The idea is to basically consolidate many existing benefits.
Consolidate which ones?
Things like provincial welfare and disability assistance, but also federal programs like OAS, GIS, even the Canada Workers Benefit.
Wow, so roll them all into one.
Into a single unconditional income support framework. That's the language used. It's meant to tackle that administrative chaos we talked about.
Unconditional. So like a basic income.
It moves much closer to that concept, yes. a major philosophical shift towards a more universal safety net.
But consolidating federal and provincial programs? That sounds incredibly complex politically and logistically.
Absolutely. Huge undertaking. And of course, all the spending raises questions.
Right. Fiscal responsibility. How does this fit, politically?
Well, you see different approaches. Policy think tanks like the C.D. Howe Institute often raise concerns about the cost.
Sure.
And the Liberal Party's sort of center-to-center-left positioning here, it contrasts with others. The NDP, for example, talks more about wealth taxes to fund programs.
And the Conservatives
generally focus more on tax reductions. So different philosophies on how you pay for and deliver social support.
And just to be clear for everyone listening, we're outlining these proposals and positions, not taking a side ourselves.
Exactly. Just reporting on the different approaches being discussed.
So wrapping this up, what does all this mean for you listening? We've seen this vision for evolving Canada's safety net.
Yeah, through these targeted enhancements, but with this big, ambitious, long-term goal of a GLI hanging out there.
Which leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it?
It does. Can a single unified framework like a GLI really streamline support effectively across Canada's super complex federal-provincial system?
Or will trying to simplify create whole new kinds of complexity?
That's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it? Definitely something to keep an eye on as these ideas develop.
Food for thought. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.